Hey Layla, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Congratulations so far on the series. You know, it's funny because like I found it on Netflix, really, and
Mm.
then but it's a series that I have not been able to put down. And the more I talk to people about it, the more I'm finding out that they're also discovering it, and it just makes me really happy. Tell
That's
us,
so
for those.
exciting. That's so exciting. That's so nice to hear. That's like the best thing you could hear about something you worked on is that people can't put it down.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll get to kind of the some of the reasons why I love it so much. But we're approaching the season finale. Tell me what can fans expect?
Mm, I mean, I think a lot of feelings, like so many feelings, deep, deep, possibly unstable feelings.
And that's I think that's one of the things that really caught me off guard with this series was just we're talking about obviously it's called Resident Alien. We're dealing with an alien, but just so much humanity in it, and with all the characters that are so like carefully have been blooming in the past seasons. Tell us a little bit about Jay and kind of her slow burn journey that we've seen.
Oh, it's been painfully slow, just like real life. Um, Yeah, Jay's been through a lot since season one. Finding out about Asta, thinking that Asta bailed on her, welcoming Asta back. Um, it's been a real test of Jay's patience with Asta. I think it has, for me, as like even watching from the outside, um, it really goes to show just how much Jay cares for Asta. The fact that Jay is still so open and willing to build that relationship and to bond and to continue getting to know each other after, Jay doesn't know that Asta's saving the world. So Jay just knows that Asta's bailed on her and is making bad excuses why they can't hang out and things like that. So it's been a real test of Jay's patience, but also her world has blown up and become huge. Her family is now huge. Her community is it's full of people that she's never met before. Or that she has met and that she's been walking by her whole life, not realizing that they were related. So yeah, it's slow burn, like you said, real slow burn.
Yeah, and as an actress, how is that for you? Like but also seeing that all these other characters are also being developed at the right time. How much trust do you have in kind of your writers and and your leads and your directors into saying like, yeah, I know that we're slow burning this character, but it's gonna be worth the wait.
Oh, it's the team on board is great and it's collaborative and I mean, I it's a slow burn and as a performer it is obviously like you want to be in the thick of things. Like I want to be running around with an alien baby. Let's be real here. Like who doesn't want that on set as a job too? Like what a fun day on set. But in some ways it's actually been really nice because it feels kind of authentic to how things are where relationships don't just happen. And Jay is 18 years old and doesn't know how to be vulnerable and communicate with the people that she loves yet. So it does feel like authentic to what it's like to be a really stubborn 18-year-old.
But it's really no different than a lot of the other characters that we've seen throughout the seasons. The mayor is super stubborn. I mean, Harry is the most stubborn, and you have all these other characters that are also working out their own problems. Talk to me a little bit about that, about kind of despite the fact that the series really focuses on aliens, how really grounded it is, and how it takes real advantage of that small town feel.
Yeah, I remember that from honestly my first audition or rehearsal, that being some like a point that was really important to our showrunner Chris was that he wanted this to be a show that was entertaining enough, even if there wasn't an alien at the center of it. That was human enough to keep people engaged, even if there wasn't an alien at the center of it. And I think it's I've said this before, I say it all the time. Found family is such a huge theme in Resident Alien, and it's such a huge theme in my life. That having this cast that has come together really synergistically, it feels like found family, and I think that bleeds onto the screen. And so getting to watch all these fantastic actors play these fantastic characters that are so full of life and that are finding family on screen, that are building relationships on screen, even though they're stubborn, even though they might want to blow up the planet. You know, it doesn't stop people from being people. It doesn't stop people from wanting to eat a meal together or fall in love or any of that stuff. I love seeing an alien become human and then fall in love. Like, that is such a wonderful thing to get to witness, and to see humanity through the lens of somebody who is not human is really interesting as a performer and as a person.
Yeah, and as a viewer, it's a great kind of a way to process things and how we're living and how we see certain things. Kaylayla, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate the series, and I hope to talk to you again.
Appreciate you too. Such a good time.
All right,
Have a good one.
thanks. Take care.